So we got here early.
How's the weather?
It was beautiful today, but then it started raining tonight. So hopefully that will shift overnight and be nice tomorrow. So a lot more humid than Michigan, I can tell you that. But right now, I will take it.
Absolutely. So, Ginger, I'm super excited to have you on tonight and talk a little bit about the web and the band, because I know sometimes when we make it a lot more complicated than it maybe needs to be. And so I always love that about you, that you kind of break it down for us.
Well, I think the video did an excellent job, so definitely use that. I mean, it walks through kind of everything. But in terms of what this technology is, if we kind of categorize it, I'm actually really excited because it's a new category for us. It's a new brand under kind of the energy medicine, if you want to call it that frequency. You may have heard, some rumblings of that kind of out here in the world. And I just first want to say this is not hocus pocus. This is real. This is science. Our cells, our body, we are energy. And because of the toxins and just all the things that we do to our bodies over the years, that frequency, that energy can get hampered. And you saw in the video, the red blood cells clumping together. And the cool thing about this technology, which is a lot different than anything else out there, I don't want to make this complicated, but I'll go back to, in the video, they talked about the PEMF. That is technology that's been around for about 60 years. It's been used for a long time. But what these doctors did is they took that and they looked at the greatness of it, but then they looked at some of the issues with it and they tweaked it a little bit. And that's where we have our 14 patented technology, the CM2 technology. And so that's just a little bit about kind of what's going on with this technology versus other things. The other thing, Christine, is I love that we have made this so super affordable, because if you look at a lot of some of the other companies that are out there, and there's a lot of them, it's really expensive normally. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for many of these machines. So I love that we've made it super affordable with the band and the web. I mean, when you guys see these prices, your mind is going to be blown. So that's the first thing that I wanted to point out, is the pricing is amazing. The technology is unique with the 14 patents, and we will do some deeper dives into, if you want to learn all the little intricacies of it, but I just want to give you some highlights. So first of all, yes, you can recharge your cells, as you saw in the video. So you can go from literally clumped, unhealthy red blood cells, as I showed in the example, to red blood cells that actually repel themselves like they're supposed to. And think about it, if they're clumped together, you're not going to have the surface area for oxygen, number one, because your red blood cells carry oxygen, for oxygen to get in, for nutrients to get in, and waste to get out. So when you basically you recharge your body, your cells, they separate. The red blood cells actually repel each other like they're supposed to, and that means more oxygen can get in, more nutrients can get in, and more waste can get out, and that's how it's supposed to work. So if you think of an athlete, and we have tons of studies on this technology with athletes showing peak performance, improved recovery, more endurance, and that makes sense because they're getting more oxygen and getting more nutrients, and the waste are getting out faster. But if you look at someone maybe who's not so healthy, they need those same things. So it's been really fun to kind of be a part of experiencing the feedback with the couple of flash sales that we've had. I know there's many amazing testimonials out there, but here's kind of the bottom line with it. Number one, we don't treat, diagnose, or cure anything. But the cool thing is this technology has lots of studies, and studies will show us what energy or frequency can do to our cells. So assist oxygen and nutrients into the cells. It'll increase the blood oxygen levels. Eliminate waste from the cells, as I mentioned, improve athletic performance and recovery. Aid in pain and inflammation as well, because of the frequency of what it's doing from a cellular level, and that's what we're talking here. Interestingly, the PEMF technology, if you look at that and even go to PubMed and pull up some studies, it has been known for decades on how it positively affects, you ready for this, the bone matrix. Bone matrix, yeah. So it's actually been used in helping broken bones and different things related to bones, as well as nerves. Any kind of injuries, you get support because of the frequency. And the way that it works with the band is you have your radio and ulnar arteries right here in your wrist. And so this frequency device right here is going into your body through your wrist. With the web, on the other hand, it has, and then the frequency device is right here in the face of the band. With the web, on the other hand, you have lots of these little frequency devices kind of around, and it creates a web that you can lay over an area, whether that's a shoulder, a hip, a back, that kind of thing. And here's the other thing, Christine. If you have a back issue, you don't have to lay on your stomach and put it on your back. It actually, the energy will go through you, so you can just lay down on your back and lay it across. So we've had a lot of really fun testimonials, and I'm super excited to see what you all have to say about it. And, we'll do some deeper dives into it, but even brain and cognitive support, I mean, think of all the ways that if you have low oxygen, what that impairs, right? And if you have more oxygen, what that gives you. And so the other neat thing, Christine, is that this technology will actually help our supplements work better because, again, being able to drive the nutrition deeper into the cell and help the waste get out. So I'm super excited. I hope you all are excited. Many of you out there have some of the web and band already, and if you don't, you definitely want to give it a try. And it's something, here's the thing, you're not necessarily going to feel it, but when you know what the energy is doing to the body, like I don't necessarily have an issue, but when I'm sitting at my desk, I'll lay the web across my lap because I know what it's putting into my body. So that's the long and short of it.
Well, I have to tell you, the chat is